I think it needs to be a bigger discussion.
Yeah, and what it seems like, Ann, is that what you'll see when we get to the IMSD part is the notion of purposeful. So maybe just being more explicit about what this particular meeting is for and what you're trying to accomplish might solve some of those issues. Now, I think the point that's really being made is that the students are, as we had in our little evaluation thing, are one of the voices in this program. And so for it to work the best for you, you need to make sure that you're talking to folks saying, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? Could we do this? Because you're an essential piece of this program. I mean, you are the essential piece of this program.
So is Jamel still there? You guys want to do a show of hand here?
Question.
Okay, Jamel, go ahead.
It's not the number of meetings, it's the timing of the meetings that sometimes will be an issue. So we can still have it twice a month, don't have a problem with that, it's just the timing of the forums that will sometimes be an issue when you have this at the same time you have a lab meeting or there's like overlap. So then it's like more stressful and the students try and make things work. So it's just a timing issue, not the number of meetings.
But that will never be resolved, right? I mean, we have like 22 of you guys now combined, Culver and IMSD, that's, so we can't, I think Lima tries to do his best to schedule this forum at a time that will accommodate the most people. That part, as you know, is hard. I mean, you would rather have twice a week, twice a month, and keep everybody's schedule. Is that your argument?
I'm fine with twice a month, it's just the timing.
I agree, but I don't feel like there's any other time that you can have it. Maybe it's the most open, it's during lunch. But I don't know how to solve it. I personally like the twice a month.
We should do it once a month, once a week, I think, right?
Let's go the opposite direction.
What's that? We should do it every week, yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Jermaine.
I understand building community is important, but you can't be perfect. So I feel like you should try to build community between the two different groups rather than all together. So like the community within IMSD, the community within prep, and then have separate meetings so it won't be as long and maybe not as frequent, because then you can have a bunch of presentations in one meeting session, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
But
we're
you can't have
exploring that. You know we're
everything
doing
one.
that now. We're exploring that with the undergraduate stuff and then the IMSD community building. But we also want to have some synergism. I mean, one of the things that we stand apart is that we have a large group like this. It's very rare to have this on any campus, where you can come in and meet biomedical focused minority students. Nikki, what
Yeah,
do you
the thing is, I think the biggest thing is that one needs for the community building. We're talking about prep. IMSD has the community building meetings, but prep doesn't. So maybe that's something to consider, is doing the community building meetings for just the prep scholars. Because it seems like the IMSD students all really know each other and have that meeting. But with the prep, because it's a smaller group, a lot of their meetings, I think, correct me if I'm wrong guys, but it's what they've decided to do themselves. They all decide to go out to dinner or something like that. It's not structured like the IMSD one is.
Yeah, remember that. I mean, that's been our tradition. Remember from when you guys were all this call us to sort of be But I think that's a possibility, Eric. I think we're doing that for IMSD. But we do it once a month.
Yeah, but I think with IMSD you have people that with 3 years and they
That's right.
Prep, they cut in, they're out, they're in, they're out. And so it's a little bit different of a thing.
Plus, we work with the whole group in preparing materials for grad applications and things of that sort, where the group comes together in prep with a focused work task, but still, it's usually some semi-social parts to it.
I mean, we did see each other for like 8 weeks straight for 2 nights in a row for GRE prep.
Right.
I don't know if you would count that as community building, but
That's a bonding opportunity.
Come back there. Yeah.
I believe that they're important, that these meetings should be twice a week, or twice a month.
Every
I also think that since we're like all scientists, it's good that even IMSD and also prep scholars present their research.
Yes.
So that way if we see each other around, we can communicate that. And then also with the timing, I feel like we're all professionals and there's gonna be times where we're gonna have meetings at times that are hard to make, but I mean that's just a skill we have to develop, time management, so.
Yeah, when you conquer the time management thing, you let me know, because I'd like to do that. So, undergrad students, this is the undergrad IMSD students. Strength in the program that they see, opportunities to develop practical and professional skills. They do feel like they're getting defined professional goals and career plans, and they feel supported personally and professionally by faculty. Improvements they talk about are that fewer but more purposeful meetings, more social interactions between undergraduates, more purposeful interactions between undergraduates and grads, and explore a number of hours worked in labs. Apparently there's some unevenness in the hours worked in labs among students. So. Any undergrad IMSD folks want to comment on that? Are we close? You want to retract any of that?
Eric?
I think I definitely agree with like the having more interactions with the graduate students outside of the community building meetings. And as far as the social interactions, I definitely feel like we only see each other during the undergraduate meeting that we have, and there's not really an opportunity for us, or like we don't talk to each other outside of that. For the meetings, I don't know, I've enjoyed meeting with people more frequently just because I do feel like it builds community, but that's just my take on it.
Actually, that's echoing what she said about the meetings. I do like the meetings, but usually I like it more because we can just socially interact, but it doesn't seem like there's an agenda really when we go to these. A lot of times it's just talk about this. Yeah. If there's more of a agenda and structure and purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be fine with the same number as long as there's more definitions of them.
And you knew ahead of time what the purpose was going to be.
Yeah, usually we did.
It's interesting, they have the same complaints we do as faculty, don't they?
Yeah.
Graduate students' view of IMSD. They like that they assist in their application, search for positions. They think it's a community that builds emotional, professional support. They like the networking opportunities, and they get more insight into various career paths. They talk about some of the speakers they've heard. Improvements, they talk about fewer meetings. Meeting formats could be more beneficial to grads as opposed to undergrads. Maybe more organization in scheduling meetings and in the required classes. I can't remember what that was, Corinne. Is that an overlap between meetings and classes, or I can't remember what that was?
That was some meetings like kept getting moved around, like they couldn't find a good day for them, so they didn't know exactly when that was going to happen. And organization in the classes, like knowing what was expected of them and having like a cohesive rhythm to the class, basically like what you're doing at the beginning, middle, and end going together.
Comments on that? I can see that lunch settling in. Into my after lunch zone. So, that's why I'm concluding quickly. So in short, really, I mean, the keys are better communication. And you may remember way back at the beginning of the year, I said in every program evaluation I've ever done, one of the things that people always find is that better communication should be part of every program. Because no matter, we're human beings, and no matter how much we try, we still need to improve our communication. More purposeful meetings. That doesn't mean more meetings, that means more meetings with purpose, as referred to. Continued emotional professional support, that seems to be, everybody agrees, the heart of the programs. That the emotional professional support. And the other thing is the prep length, time length thing, and something can be done about that as you work with students. So the bottom line, The little yellow guy says good. Questions?
I just had one input for the possible time.
Yeah.
I was thinking it'd be beneficial for us to come in around July,
June.
like, or I would say like June, maybe in July. That way we get settled in, and then we can even start doing our research. So I think maybe not extending it past like the spring semester, but coming in a little bit early would be more beneficial.
You can start GRE prep during the summer, so it's easier to take grad level courses during the semester.
Yeah.
So you already have that basis, and then you have an opportunity to take more than once if you need to.
So then I've talked to some students about that, and a few students say, well, the only problem is that I've got a job in the summer that I'm working to make money, and if I have to leave that earlier, then I lose out on that money to come. So, so for some students, I think that's a great option. For other students, I don't know. And then, for those students who can't come, they're not only behind where they were, but now they're behind everybody else. So.
I think the other thing, Kevin, so if you were starting in June, then that means May of next year I'm gonna boot you out. So then you have to decide what to do with your summer between that and starting grad school. Sure. Plus, I think the other thing for me, since summer is when I go to conferences and actually, I take a vacation and things like that, if it starts in the summer, it makes it harder. So I can have Dr. Smith do everything. That would work. So you have to be all summer.
Yeah, I know. No, but I mean, I think originally it was really his idea, right? So Dr. Wong goes to a meeting at Culver. I go, this is a really great idea, and so I thought about it. I go, oh, that's really excellent. I mean, but giving, and I'm buying into his argument actually that summer is hard, and you guys are all going to undergraduate school 4 years, and then all of a sudden you graduate in May or June, and they say come to from Baylor, they come to Blacksburg. I think that's a challenge, right? I mean, if Leland was to get into his car and drive up here in June, they wouldn't have any time to decompress from graduation. So I buy Dr. Wong's argument, but I think Kevin's argument, which is really originally Dr. Wong's argument, you guys come in early, you take the GRE class, then you have time in your labs, get to know the lab. We've done this once. Remember we did with Kevin? He came, one of our scholars came early. Kevin came early.
Leah did.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, Leah came early. Yeah, so we've tried it. Right? So maybe you guys, how many of you guys would do it, prep scholars?
Who would have came early?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You would have come early?
I know talking to the faculty and mentors with regards to like recommendation letters and stuff, they would prefer students to come in earlier in the summer so they can actually get to know them before they write a recommendation letter for them.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I feel like it's kind of crap, but it's hard to go from graduation right into the program. But if you're dedicated, you still get it. So I mean, it was how committed you are to trying to prep yourself and get into a PhD program or whatever you're trying to do in the future.
Well, there were other programs, like prep programs I applied to, and they started like June. And I was like, that sounds great, let me do that.
Right.
Is there any way you can make it optional? Like you have the option coming in?
But to get the GREs done, you've got to have the whole cohort.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd have to hire 2 sets of
Right.
people, and you'd have people with differential requirements in the fall. I mean, I think it would be terrific to get that done in the summer.
Well, I think Eric is right, Dr. Wong is right about starting early because you need somebody to transition, a program director. And that, as you guys know, that's probably the toughest spot when you get here. Yeah, pretty people.
So what I'm about to say, I guess it's applicable to me, but don't really base it off of my experience. I'm just thinking about other people in my cohort. It's not really applicable to me at all, because I'm taking my time with the GRE. But for the people who have already taken it, like I know for myself, I took 2 courses and I was very stressed. As well as like my mentor, she's excellent, And I mean, she's doing everything that it is she's supposed to do, but we're moving so fast paced that it's just like we're almost done with everything. Like all I'm doing now is analyzing data. Next semester, she said we're gonna be writing a paper and preparing to go, helping me with interviews and stuff. But it's just like this semester I pretty much jam-packed all my research, tried to balance taking issues in bioethics, biochemistry, and the little workshop thing, that wasn't nothing big. But it's just saying like for the student, well for the people in the cohort who have actually taken classes and then trying to do the GRE, that's stressful. And so I would recommend, I can't speak for everyone, but I think I'm 50% sure I can speak for everyone, that for like the next cohort, when you bring them in, just have them take GTA workshop and have them do the GRE prep if they're going to be stressed, instead of having them take classes as well, because that's a lot. And then for the people like as myself who need to strengthen their undergraduate academic record, I guess you can make that like a case-by-case call if they have to take courses, but if they do, I mean, that's like a case-by-case, but for everyone it should just be GRE, that's your only focus, and then the GTA workshop, because if you could focus, if I could have focused 100% of my time just to GRE, and then okay, I would have to do stuff with the lab, I think that things would have went better instead of trying to balance everything. And I, for myself, I stated many times, I don't know if I've ever said it to you, but I know like when I would talk to Mr. Thor, I'd be like, I'm overwhelmed. Like I'm just really overwhelmed. I know I've told you. I know I've told Angelica.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's one thing to tell them, and then it's another thing to tell you. I think I've told, me and Dr. McNabb have actually talked about approaches to actually help me with my courses and try to juggle everything. But it's really overwhelming. So if the new students, and hopefully the students that you guys do admit, they won't have like academic problems as myself or whoever else in the program that may have it. They might just be up to par, and they could just do GRE, GTA. Next semester, maybe take issues in bioethics in the effective grant writing class, and then do their interviews.
If they don't conflict like they do this time.
Oh, well, I mean, issues of bioethics, that's like a piece of cake. That's a cakewalk. Biochemistry was the problem. So I think the same issues in bioethics the first semester with GTA workshop, but not another class, like no specialized class, just that GTA workshop.
I think this went better than we expected. Thanks so much, Dr. Culver. We should thank him, even though it's